Peggy 18.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Stardew Valley 1.4 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. Okay, so we are looking at final 2 episodes of the summer season. Now, in the previous episode, if I recall correctly, I was able to plant the wheat. So I'm gonna leave that alone till the first of the fall. Which means we have final 2 episodes to properly get ready for the fall season. Now, obviously, it's gonna be a bit more tricky because I don't have that many sweet gem berries or rare seeds to plant on the farm. So I'm gonna mostly have to rely on stuff like beets, pumpkins, fairy rose, and other cool stuff which grows throughout the fall season. Of course, we're gonna have some corn, which is gonna be transitioning from summer into the fall, which is awesome, so that I have at least something growing on the farm. Other than that, I'm gonna take a look at some cranberries and some other stuff, and we are still not done with construction work at the farm. There are still plenty of fish ponds and other stuff which I want to get done. I mean, don't get me wrong, 2 big sheds, that's awesome. But I'm starting to fill in the second big shed. And the fun thing is that I'm still thinking about a third one. When it comes to the slime hatchery, I'm not a huge fan of that. So probably this is not the proper channel for slimes. Also, if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome. And yeah, I'm just gonna have to take a look around the farm and see what can be done. Now, what I mean by getting ready for fall season is mostly related to also the money which I will be able to have as my disposable income, so that I am able to purchase more deluxe speed grow and more seeds, because I'm not really sure how many seeds do I have already for the fall season pre-prepared. Obviously, there are opportunities, especially like during the fall season, the winter season, to purchase the fall seeds, but it is so far away that I don't think it's the most appropriate way for you to prepare. Also, you might be burning through your cash at winter quite rapidly, so I don't suggest that on like a larger scale. Anyhow, let's take a look at the news. Okay, we're gonna have another lightning storm tomorrow, which is awesome. I'm not really sure which one is this overall throughout the fall season. The summer season, sorry. It's been a lot of episodes for the summer, so I'm really hoping you did manage to enjoy at least some of them. And what do we have? Wait, hold on. What? Do you have a journal? Don't forget to check it from time to time. It's easy to forget that you've written something important down. Okay, I have no idea what he's talking about. And here we have Gunter from the museum. Really hoping he's gonna give me the key so that I can get into the damn sewer and I will be able to interact with Krobus, because Krobus has some cool stuff. And also with the 1.4 update, you are now able to turn Krobus into your roommate. Not really sure how I would feel about that, so I'm probably not gonna go with Krobus. But yeah, it's just a nice add-on. Also, there's one more thing. So, I just wanted to stop by and thank you in person for all the wonderful artifacts and minerals you've discovered. You've done so much for one person. In fact, I've just received a letter from the office of the Regional Secretary of Artifacts. We're being honored with the coveted Golden Shovel Award for our significant contributions to the field. And it's all thanks to you. Well, I should let you get back to your work. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a gift for you. It's an old key that's been sealed in the museum vault for at least 100 years. It's a little rusty, but still beautiful. So now we have the rusty key. Beautiful. Now, if I recall correctly, also on the last episode, I kind of did manage to end up sleeping outside, probably, so I might be charged for that. Dear James, I'd like to share an old cooking recipe my pappy used to make. It's important the fish is fresh, Willie. New cooking recipe, lobster bisque. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. James, someone dropped you off at the clinic last night. You've passed out from exhaustion. You've got to take better care of yourself. Blah blah blah, we've been charged 1,000 gold by Dr. Harvey. Yeah, so I was kind of afraid of that, but then again, I tried to do quite a lot of stuff on the previous episode. If you did not manage to check it, go check it out. Lots of fun stuff. Now, the other thing which I wanted to talk about before I started talking about all the interactions with the mail and stuff. So here's the thing. We're supposed to get the 1.5 update for the game. And I did not decide to cover this because we were not provided that much information. There are some trees, there are some details, but we don't have the full facts. Usually what I do is when the patch is released, I cover it on the channel. I've been able to do this because when I started the channel, I was covering 1.3 version. Now we are doing the 1.4. And basically, we can do the same for 1.5. If I will be starting a brand new farm, not really sure right now. I am not really sure. It depends. I started the brand new farm at 1.4 because the Four Corners map has been introduced to us. So that was a pleasant challenge and I fell in love with the map. It has lots of potential if handled properly. If not handled properly, then it can be a complete mess, but then again, it depends from your own personal desire of what you want to achieve on your farm. So I'm not gonna judge you about anything, okay? This is a channel purely for the entertainment purposes. So if you're looking for some ideas on your farm or some tips or whatever, you can check out the playthrough. I usually talk about a lot of stuff regarding the game. Okay, so, what do we have on the agenda? I'm gonna harvest everything that I potentially can. We have lots of hops. The wheat is gonna be left alone, as I said before. I really need to leave it until the 1st of fall, so that's gonna be a bit tricky, especially because I'm not sure at what time the cabbage will be done, but if the deluxe speed grow is still in the soil, I should be able to basically utilize it and we should get the crops ready by the 1st so that I don't have to hoe the land. That is the whole thing which I want to try here. If it would actually work, it would save me so much time. Unfortunately, I don't think there is anything that can be done when it comes to spring transferring to summer, because there are no crops which are able to survive except of coffee. You know, but the thing with coffee is, of course, that the coffee will continue to produce crops for you. So it's not like you're just gonna destroy the coffee crops and start planting something else, you know? So it's gonna be a bit annoying, to be perfectly honest, but we will see how we will manage to deal with this. Okay, so I have a lot of rope. I have not even checked the fish ponds yet, so there might be even more of it later on to be picked up. Let's go with some cranberries, and I'm gonna try to do some strawberries too. Maybe even blueberries. I mean, the strawberries are definitely a great choice, to be perfectly honest. I totally forgot to go with the lava eel here, so what? Let's go with 2 of those. Let's put down some strawberries to be created and some blueberries too. And I think I left out some over here, so we're gonna pick that up, put that over there, and that should be it. We still have a lot of room for the preserve jars, but unfortunately I don't think I have that many resources to work right now on turning my stock of wood and coal and other stuff into more preserve jars. So I feel like I should go with some coffee here, just to be on the safe side. The pale ale and beer, that is produced rather quickly, so I don't think I'm gonna suffer that much. So we are building once again some decent amount of pale ale and beer, and when that will be done at the end of the summer, I'm gonna sell it probably, keep some for like Shane or Ham, and we will see how we will be able to befriend them even more. Okay, we have another crop of the ancient fruit here ready, so obviously it's gonna be turned into more seeds. I'm gonna keep just expanding the ancient fruit as much as I can inside of the greenhouse. As you can see, I did plant some over here. I definitely plan on expanding that production or farming even more on my testing run before the 1.4 version came up. I was able to save up actually so much ancient fruit because I came across the fossilized seed super early, so when I basically dropped it off into the museum and got the seed out of that museum as a reward, I was able to build up a super stupid huge amount of seeds. So like my 3rd year of spring or something, I just planted like 300 ancient fruits outside, and it's just really awesome. But it also kind of placed me into this weird situation where the test file was super imbalanced in comparison to what I was doing here on the channel. And the problem is with some of the features which I would love to cover for the 1.4 version of the game is that some of them take place all the way in like year 3. So for example, in the Cindersap forest, there's this cat which appears, and if you do quests for it, like giving it stuff, will actually reward you by cleaning up the sewer or something like this, but it takes 3 in-game years to get to that, so that's a lot of time to be invested into the game. So yeah, I'm really kind of trying to figure out what would be the best way to cover everything and see how things turns out. So yeah, I'm gonna go just pick up the eggs and everything throughout the farm. Still not sure if I'm gonna be getting, I'll probably try to get the auto grabber or the collector or the coops so that I can basically just grab everything at once and I don't have to run around like a complete goofus. It would save me so much time, especially with the editing and rendering of the episodes. We still need to upgrade this coop, and the funny thing is that I should actually try to do this with priority because the dinosaur still refuses to be hatched, and I'm terrified of the fact that when he will eventually pop out, I will be completely out of room. What the heck is going on with my controls today? Okay, let's just try to load everything in, and I will talk to you once I have cleared all of this out so that we can continue the episode. Okay, so this should be it for the animals. They should be properly taken care of now. It's Thursday, so theoretically I can go see Robin regarding the upgrade for the coop, which would not be the worst thing. The kind of a problem which I'm looking at is the financial which it might have on my current situation, or the financial repercussions of me trying to get the deluxe coop. Also, I should probably pop the triple shot espresso so that I'm actually moving around a bit faster, but let's first take a look. We have 211 wood, 397 stone, so I can go with either a fish pond or just take whatever I have with me to see Robin and get the upgrade for the coop. I think I'm gonna go with the coop, and after I'm done with that, I'm gonna switch to production of more of the lovely fish ponds. One of the main reasons why I want to kind of hold on to that is that I will be moving these 2 sprinklers away, and this place will be filled in with more fish ponds. So yeah, that is one of the main reasons why I kind of want to hold on, because we still have coffee there and the fish ponds will fit in perfectly. So once that has been taken care of, it's gonna be a bit easier to somehow manage. Okay, let's go with some orange wine here. Let's go with some peaches. This is gonna obviously take a bit longer to produce or be turned into something more valuable. Wine takes 7 days, so we're gonna have to wait a bit longer to see anything out of these kegs. But we got time. Okay, and what else could I theoretically use here? We have now beer, we have now the pale ale. Gonna have to drop off this stuff. You know what? Apricots can go in. They're not as valuable, but it's okay. We have a ton of coffee here. We have lots of things. Oh yeah, I should theoretically take a look at what I was talking about previously, which is the stock of the seeds for the season of fall, or we can suffer some really weird situation on the 1st of fall. Okay, beautiful. It actually did work, giving me 8 units or 8 ancient seeds, so that is just dandy. Okay, so we have 8 ancient seeds. We have 4 fairy rose seeds, which is bad. We have 51 grape starter, which will be enough. We're gonna need to get eggplants. We're gonna need to get cranberries. We're gonna need to get pumpkins. And what else can we grow throughout the season of fall? Corn too, wheat too, but I really don't kind of want to deal with the wheat or the corn that much right now. So I'm gonna have to get lots of pumpkins, some deluxe speed grow most definitely. And yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of money, especially considering how much fairy rose can cost, but it's a great gift for the ladies. And also, I should get some more beehives so that I can get more fairy rose honey. Damn it, I did spend a stupid amount of time around the farm talking, so I'm not really sure if Robin will be still at her shop. But fingers crossed, I will manage to make it and put in the request for the upgrade. She's still here. No, not the upgrade for the house. Deluxe coop. We need 500 wood. Okay, so let's spend some stupid amount of money here. Also, because she will be working for 2 days on the upgrade, it's gonna take us a while to see her back at the shop, which causes few issues, and those issues are related to one fun thing. If I would want to grab more resources such as this, It's gonna take me 2 days for her to reappear at her store. We have only the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies on the 28th of summer, so that should not affect me greatly. I'm gonna try to grab some more wood here. Not really sure how many trees I will be able to find around the valley right now, so let's grab at least something. We have 200 stone left, which is exactly enough for one fish pond. I'm gonna probably have to go mining. We're still not done with the dwarf scrolls, and I still do not have access to the explosives from the dwarf, which is really negatively affecting me and getting super deep in the skull caverns and such. So I'm gonna have to think of some form of a plan on how to deal with this entire situation. Also, because I don't have the scrolls with the dwarf, despite the fact that I gave him a birthday gift, because I did not understand him, it just totally negatively affected the entire outcome of me interacting with him, so I would really like to change that situation. Since we're in the town, we're gonna go take a look at what's in the crab pot. Yeah, it was just weird. Oh, so today is Thursday. I need to be careful in order to not give a piece of bait to Willy. He does not like that. We still have some more crab pots by Leah's home, so I'm gonna have to go see her and see what's up in those crab pots. I really think those 5 or so crab pots which I have at the farm, I should move because I just mostly ignored those, and that's just a waste. So we're gonna see. Unfortunately, there was only like one coral at the shore. Not the best result. Not really sure how I feel about putting coral into the fish pond. You see, the reason behind this is coral or like something else is used for like fertilizer or deluxe speed grow, but you just the pace at which you are growing or getting the added population in the fish ponds for some of these species is so slow that if you would have to specifically rely on the fish ponds to produce the coral or anything else which you put in there for like a steady production, you would need a super stupid high amount of fish ponds, and fish ponds aren't exactly like the cheapest thing to construct because you need 200 stone. And I know it looks super simple to get, but if you don't spend every day in the mines and have access to like explosives or something, it's not that easy. Also, you're not guaranteed that every rock which you break apart will actually give you a stone which you can then use at the farm for construction purposes. Also, stuff like how lucky is the day affects the drop of the wood. So theoretically, I should not be even chopping down these trees because I don't get that much wood on this day. On a luckier day, I should be able to grab like 21 or something pieces of wood out of a tree, and I do realize it does not sound like that much of a difference, but if you add up those trees and there's like 10 of them or something, that difference will definitely show, and like 1 or 2 additional kegs or something else which you want to build for your farm. We're gonna go take a look here. Maybe there will be some of that fern, maybe some mushrooms. Definitely gonna grab some hardwood. And I'm gonna continue into the next day. Still have the mushroom cave, which I kind of forgot about, because when I went to check on the mushrooms, they were still not done. Okay, we're gonna grab the slime so that theoretically we should be able to make another oil press. Okay, there is actually the fern. We're gonna drop the mixed seeds because I'm not a huge fan of those. They are a great thing when you start your game. Especially, you can create or get a whole lot of additional money out of them. Also, if you experiment with the mixed seeds, you might get crops from the second year in the first year. So think about cabbage, think about artichokes, or garlic. This might theoretically all appear if you try to work with mixed seeds. The reason why I don't like working with mixed seeds, however, is the fact that some of the crops which you might get are things like corn and such, and these crops then just are left alone in a patch of field which you previously had full of mixed crops, and then you just have to fill in additional crops or something, and the harvests are all out of whack. So I don't know, I just kind of like some form of asymmetry. So yeah, it's a personal preference, but definitely think about working with the mixed seeds, especially during your first year at your farm. It can help you a lot. I think Dangerously Funny did a video on this specifically, and I think he showed exactly how much more money can you make during the spring season just by doing the first harvest plus the mixed seeds which you might get at your farm on the first day. So there's a lot of content on YouTube already which will show you that mixed seeds are fun. Also, I think he did a video where he placed the mixed seeds into the greenhouse, so you can theoretically try doing something fun with that, but I think it will still grow the seasonal crops from each season based on when you plant it inside. It's just during winter it's a bit more wacky, but other than that, I kind of do not see the reason behind me trying to do any of that, because I have a certain plan which I like to follow and certain types of things which I like to get done on the farm. So yeah, I usually tend to make a plan and then try to follow it. Of course, there are some changes to the plan because I use a certain tool to pre-build the farm to see how it might potentially look, and therefore my plans might change if I find out that some of the things don't exactly work the same way as I intended for it, or just the order of the constructions or something might be changed. So there actually can be a stupid amount of planning put into this game, believe it or not. I'm still sometimes amazed at how much time was I able to, until this day, invest into this game, and I still love it so much. So I'm gonna just go put in all this milk to be turned into cheese, and some more mayo, and we're gonna be selling a lot of animal-based products at the end of the season, just so that we can get more money, especially since I did manage to spend quite a lot of it now. I still should get loom. We do have the access to Emily's sewing machine, so there is the potential for that. That was added in the 1.4 version of the game. Yeah, there's just so much stuff, but in comparison to the whole game which was launched, trying to cover only the 1.4 version update stuff, that would have to be some extremely picky episodes or something in order to showcase just that specifically, and I'm not really sure if I would be interested in that. I think just building up the entire farm like this from the start until this point is so much more fun. At least for me it is. I'm not really sure what is your opinion. I did not receive any comments in the comment section for Stardew Valley for quite a while now, but yeah, it depends. So anyhow, let's head into the next day. The overall yield for today is not that great because I did not put in that many things. Obviously, most of the money is from fishing because of the crab pots. So, yeah. Just see what's gonna be the luck on the luckiest of days. And what I will manage to do based on that. So on the next episode we will have a sunny day, which means since the day of the moonlight jellies or most of these big events are always on a sunny day, this is the last rainy day / lightning storm which we can have during the summer season. And also it's a lucky day, so theoretically I might go into like the Skull Cavern or just the mines themselves to try to get the damn scrolls for the dwarf and get some rocks in the process. So it's gonna leave me with some options here. Okay, oh man, how in the heck am I gonna do this now with the cabbage and the wheat? Because if I go with planting the wheat right now, what might happen, especially in the patches with the cabbage, how do we want to do this? Also, theoretically, since I'm here, let's take a snapshot. I know I could have done it on the previous day too, but I mean, now I have the cabbage, the blueberries, the coffee, and other crops which can be picked up, so I'm gonna, in the post-editing, show you how the farm is looking right now. So give me a second. Okay, so here's the thing. If we plant the wheat right now, it takes 4 days with the deluxe speed growth that is cut down to 3 days, theoretically. So if we have 27, 28, 1st of fall, the chances are on the 1st of fall, the wheat might be ready to be harvested. So you know what? I'm actually thinking about going with it. Hello friend, the mountain lake has been kind to me lately. I like to share my good fortune with you, Linus. Now, I'm not really sure if he turned the fish which he caught into the maki roll, but considering the fact that you also require seaweed in order to make the maki roll, I'm kind of afraid where the heck did Linus get this thing, but thank you so much. It's gonna be a great source of energy for me. And I'm just gonna go ahead, harvest all of this, and I'll talk to you in a couple of moments. Okay, so most of this has been taken care of. Obviously, still a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done. I'm gonna probably save up selling most of the things that I want to sell on the end for the next episode. It's gonna be probably more logical to sell most of that stuff on those days. That way at least I won't forget that I should be selling some of the stuff. I'm not really sure why I'm running around with egg and some of these other things. Also, I will need to replant the wheat, so yeah, that's just dandy. So I guess more music! Okay, so the biggest problem which I will be dealing with at the start of the fall season is fairly simple. I'm kind of afraid that some of the land will still need to be hoed again because I just simply have crops like tomatoes and blueberries and other stuff which grows only during this season. Also, the coffee will need to be taken care of, so that's gonna also consume some of the time on the first episode of the fall season. If you want to know when that episode will be published, consider subscribing to the channel, as I publish content on a weekly basis for all sorts of things, from playthroughs to discussions to early in-game reviews to tips and tricks videos and some other stuff which I'm eventually hoping to be able to cover here on the channel. Should also theoretically grab all of the Starfruit here too. Don't have that much space in my backpack, which is not the best thing. But I do have a lot of ancient fruit seeds and some sweet gem berries. Also, there's the traveling merchant today in the town. So hopefully I might be able to get another sweet gem berry seed. That would be just dandy. We're looking with Starfruit. If you saw my playthrough, you know that the base quality will be turned into additional seeds, but my backpack is kind of cramped, so I'm gonna have to go drop off quite a lot of stuff into my lovely sheds. Let's get rid of everything that I currently do not require to hold on to. I really need to get rid of that egg. It's kind of driving me up the wall right now. Let's go with some cabbage juice. Why not? We'll see what will be the value of that thing. And what else? What else? I need to drop something off. No, not really. Here, however, I do need to get rid of the row. Let's drop off the melons. Have some starfruit here as well. Yeah, okay. So I should go into the mines to try and fetch... Damn it, I hate it when I get mixed seeds out of starfruit. And try to fetch those scrolls. If I'm gonna grab them, that's highly questionable. The biggest problem is that I am looking for scroll number 2 and scroll number 4. So there are like specific levels where you might get them, but it's just gonna be the question of how many creepy crawlies you slay in the mines in order to get them. And as you can see, there are still a few things which I have not dropped off. So this is gonna be interesting. We are missing a few more of these minerals. I haven't cooked a whole lot, to be perfectly honest. It's mostly because I tend to cook so much in real life. I don't feel like doing that here. Also, there are only so many dishes that I do really like to make, like Lucky Lunch and others, but who knows, I might have something fun for the channel being worked on, so go check it out. Maybe it's already out there, maybe it's still not, maybe I'm just too lazy to get it done, who knows. But yeah, let's go into the mines and see if I can grab something usable from there. Truffle oil is unfortunately still not done. Not really sure how many more eggs do I have to turn them into mayo. I don't think I have that much more when it comes to milk. Okay, we have 4 and we can cram in 10 pieces of eggs to be turned into mayonnaise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. I would still need 1 more of these void eggs, so let's just not deal with that right now. Let's just go with what we have. I really don't need that much void mayonnaise, to be perfectly honest. Could theoretically go see Krobus. Damn, that lightning was close. Okay, let's go drop off whatever we can. And now you're gonna give me the truffle oil. Awesome. Thank you for the cooperation. Let's just get rid of all that we do not need. Whatever we can use later on will be stored. I want to free up as much space as possible for the run in the mines, so I don't have to like come back later on, free up more inventory space, and this way I will be able to just hold on to as much stuff as I will potentially see. And also, if I will not completely fill in my backpack, I'm gonna leave these 2 things alone as they are right now. Oh man, I wanted to... Traveling merchant. Traveling merchant. I should still manage to get to her on time. Fingers crossed. And I just realized I totally left the inside of the greenhouse kind of unattended. So this is gonna be kind of interesting because I'm kind of burning through time here. Feel like I haven't done almost anything. I just love it when things work out for me this way. Okay, what do you have? Oh yes, we're taking all 5. I love it when this happens. Sometimes she can really surprise me with this. This is gonna definitely help me out. So I love it when she sells 5 of them instead of just 1. I don't care if the price is still 1,000. It's still gonna help out quite a lot, believe it or not. So yeah. Oh, when it comes to the starfruit inside, how much of it can we pick up? Yeah, this is kind of messy down here. That is because of the trees, and I did not kind of see how many of them were ready to be picked up. Okay, so let's go drop off the starfruit over here. We can turn it into either wine or the jelly. it doesn't matter, you're gonna get your money back anyhow. I really need to fill in that greenhouse with more of these rare thingies. So that's 8, that's 9, some starfruit. Am I gonna even manage to get into the mines? I highly doubt it. Probably I'm just gonna have to go pick up whatever is at the fish ponds or crab pots. Yeah, that's just gonna be messy. Okay, if we go with 9 of them over here, like so, and theoretically pop down 2 of these over here, put like 6 of them in here, and then we can just put the starfruit anywhere else. I will not be expanding my production of coffee inside of the greenhouse. I have kind of covered that topic. Reason why I have 5 of these over here is that basically you always require 5 pieces of coffee bean to be placed into a keg to be brewed into coffee. I do realize that the coffee bean gives you multiple beans when you do the harvest, and this might basically also affect the quantity of the golden and silver star coffee beans which you might get out of the harvest. But yeah, it should at least ensure that when I will be burning through coffee during the fall and winter season, I should still somehow keep refilling the quantities of coffee so that at the start of the spring season I will have for year 3 at least some coffee that can be brewed into something, be brewed into something to be turned into more coffee plants so that I don't have to start from zero yet again. Because once you have a big crop of coffee, it's really difficult to go back to like having 0 coffee or access, or just not having access to the coffee itself. It really helps, especially on my farm. It's gonna help because I designed it so that I don't have really room for a stable. Theoretically, what I can do is sacrifice the 3rd shed, and instead of the 3rd shed, in its place, put the stables. It would fit, it would work, but I'm just really not sure if I do need the horse to be perfectly exact, because with the +1 speed, sure, if you hop onto your horse, you're gonna be moving around even faster. But the kicker is that the horse cannot go with you to all the places, so you need to leave him behind, and then you need to somehow track back in order to get to him. And if you just don't manage to do so, he's gonna reappear in these tables on the next day, but you are losing theoretically that boost of speed. And with the triple shot espresso, which lasts for such a long time, I think the coffee will do enough benefit for you as a player. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Unfortunately, I did not manage to go see Krobas or go into the mines or whatever. But yeah, as you can see, I'm usually super busy, so I was thinking the Seables can go like here, otherwise the 3rd shed could squeeze in fairly simply and easily. And yeah, if you did enjoy the episode, consider giving it a like. It helps a lot. The algorithm will be then pushing the content onto more viewers. That can create a bigger community around the channel. If you did not like it, do your thing. If you have any questions, tips, tricks, concerns, or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Some of the comments from my viewers has been featured on the channel and on the playthrough itself, so you never know if I like the idea enough. It just might happen that you will end up here or getting a shout out from the comment section in one of the episodes. So go do that, and I will see you at the next one or in those comments. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.